To be on and popping.
Sometimes Kelly finds things interesting that no one else does. We mean absolutely no one. It's time for Maybe It's Just Me.
Now, we're all lucky in this room that we're not applying for any jobs right now. Or maybe you guys are. I don't know. It's none of my business what you're doing. When you're not in my presence, none of my business. But anyway, so you know that when you apply for jobs now, you're doing it usually online.
Yep.
And they are using AI to search through resumes to look for hitting certain keywords, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why a lot of times, I mean, I haven't applied for a job in quite some time, but now it's just like you go on, Indeed or whatever it is, you fill it out, and then you just pray to God that AI picks you and that you get looked at.
Seriously.
A lady has come up with a hack that is brilliant. Some people are so smart out there. What she said that you can do is when you're sending in your resume, you just copy and paste the entire job description into your resume so that it looks at it. Now you're thinking, well, that's going to look stupid when someone pulls that up and the entire job description is listed in there. She said, no, here's what you do. You make it the smallest font possible, and then you make it white. And AI will still see it, but the human beings won't see it. So when you send in your resume, you're pinging every single word they're looking for in a job applicant. And so your resume gets put right to the top.
Don't you think that at some point someone's going to be like, wow, they have there's 100 people with the exact same qualifications?
Possibly, but at least you get looked at,
insane.
because otherwise you're not even getting looked at.
Now,
True.
I've done that before, but not with the white and not the small font. But when they ask you, okay, do you...
So you're saying you've lied on a resume
Right.
before is what you're...
No, I am highly qualified.
Well,
I
no
am.
one said you weren't qualified,
But I'm saying-
everybody, come on, Chelsea, everybody lies on their resume.
I look through the job description and I'm like, yep, I got that. But I'll like reword the things that they want so that when you get interviewed, you actually can do the things that they're asking for.
It's truth time.
So you've lied on a resume.
The biggest lie on your resume is what? Come on.
Gosh.
There's so many you can't
No.
Yeah.
possibly. I can't narrow
Well, she
it down
took the
to one.
description. She changes it every time.
That's not true. I don't think I've padded maybe
Okay.
a little bit.
The biggest padding you've done.
Oh gosh.
We're not going to get a
You
straight
put
answer.
me
no.
on the spot.
All right, we're not going to get a straight answer on it. If you read my resume, you would think I invented radio.
I don't think I have a resume.
You don't?
I don't think I do. I was trying to think about that. I was like, I got this job a long time ago. I got radio job from word of mouth.
Right.
So like the only resume that I had was my internship a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then it was just word of mouth ever since then. It was like, oh yeah, you do radio? You want to come work here? I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, we're hiring you. And then they moved to the next job. They're like, hey, you want this job? I was like, yeah, sounds good.
That's funny.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I did a
It's
resume.
just been bumped around. Okay, I have one. All right,
Okay.
So if there's a certain software that they use,
Right.
and I've used something similar,
Right. Yeah.
I'll say, yeah, I'm proficient in
In Excel.
blah blah blah.
Right.
Oh gosh, I'm horrible in spreadsheets, man.
Right. So am I.
Terrible.
But
in
not if you read
spreadsheets.
my resume. If you read my resume, I'm crushing spreadsheets.
And once upon a time, so I minored in Spanish, but I've lost like all of it.
Yeah.
So I do say that I'm bilingual.
Heck, why not?
See,
I like how the one who said she didn't lie on a resume is literally
lying.
admitting
Did I just say the 7 times?
it's
to
just
many lies.
Stretching it. It's just stretching it.
Sure.
I mean, lying.
It's not a lie
Have you ever?
if you believe it.
It's actually true. There's some people. Have you ever worked with somebody? You're like, how did you get this job?
Yeah.
And you're doing their work for them.
Oh, of course.
You're like,
Have.
did you even like read what
Those-
this position was for?
Those people usually don't last long, though.
Do they?
I don't know. I'm
Do
just
They
they?
become
not
your
a-
boss.
Right.
Mm.
Because if they're
Mm.
relying on me to pick up the slack, they're in for a rude awakening.
Hey, Kelly, can you do this? Yeah, I'm proficient.
Yeah, I know how to use
Yeah, I
Excel.
A guy
That's fine.
who never takes time off.
Yeah.
You drive it home.
Chat GPT, sure, I use it all the time.
But seriously, aren't you supposed to fit your resume? No, Brian, who's never filled one out, isn't that supposed to be like on one page?
Yeah, not anymore, I don't think, because people bounce around jobs so much these days. But this is a hack for you. Copy the job description, make it white,
Okay.
shrink
Small
it down,
font.
and that's the smallest font you can find, and then put it on your resume somewhere. You will get looked at for a job. This is genius
I'm going
right
to apply for CEO somewhere and see what happens.
here. Do it.
Highly qualified. They're going to
Huh?
see me. They're going to get dressed up in jeans and a normal t-shirt. Like,
Looking like you do right now
yeah,
on
I'm
this
trying to be
video.
I'm the cool,
Yeah.
relaxed boss.
He's the
man,
undercover. He's
I'm
the
bringing the
undercover
vibes
boss.
to the place.
We're going to play it loose.
What do we do here? We're a Microsoft, this type of company. Oh, yeah, I'm proficient in all of that. Sure.
See,
Well, maybe Chelsea,
me
The
gusta
beacon of-
mucho.
the beacon of truth on the show. Maybe you didn't find this one interesting. I really did. I think that is so cool. And I hope that if you're in the job search, maybe this will help you out.
I just hope people get jobs.
I hope so too. But if you didn't like it, nothing I can do about it. I'll have another one for you tomorrow. And the day after that, I might do them all the way to Friday.
You should.
Sometimes I'm the only one that finds them interesting. And that's
Usually.
okay because
Take the morning.